Welcome to Everything Neuropathy. My name is Dr. Karen May, and I'm your host today of Everything Neuropathy here at Momentum Health Neuropathy Centers. Today, we're going to talk about the top 3 foods to avoid if you have neuropathy. Please, I try to make these videos as educational as possible with some action steps, but please consult your physician if you need any more details. So let's hop in. We're going to make this short and sweet. If you have watched any of my content, you know that there are 3 big main foods that cause inflammation, which inflammation in what you eat is a direct link to neuropathy. And that could be pain, that could be numbness, that could be balance issues, but it's truly for your overall health. So please know, out of 100% of your health, approximately 70% of your health is what you put into your mouth. 15% is movement, not just exercise, but movement. 10% is genetic, and 5% is what we call epigenetic, and that's the stuff that changes us that we don't have control over, including like chemicals on farm fields, the stress that we may impact, illnesses. So there's some things we can't control. But because you have 70% control of your overall health is through food, it's a big part of healing and repairing and being free from the effects of neuropathy. So those 3 big foods, are you ready? You're not going to like me when I say this, but they're the biggest foods that cause the most inflammation in your body. And it's grains. And that means I don't care how whole, how healthy, how gluten-free. Think bread, cereals, cakes, crackers, cookies, pastas, pastries, rice. All of them, it doesn't mean they're bad, but if overconsumption of those products literally creates inflammation biochemically. The second one is dairy, and because it's a highly processed environment. So think milk, cheese, yogurts, ice creams, cottage cheese. Again, doesn't mean it doesn't have some good properties, but when you combine it with grains, now you add dairy in there, you're just pouring gasoline on that fire. Again, it's the processing of it, and there's some dairy alternatives, but we also want to make certain you're not getting a bunch of added other ingredients. So minimizing dairy and dairy alternatives is ideal. And the last one's sugar. Even too much fruit sugar. Fruit sugar, I hear all the time people say, I love fruits and vegetables. And I always say, but how many vegetables you're eating? Oh, I eat a little bit. But just understand that you need to eat 2 times as many vegetables as you do fruit. So if you want 2 cups of fruit in your day, great, then eat at least 4 cups of vegetables to balance out the sugar content, because vegetables is where it's at when it comes to nutrients for healing and repairing. Fruit's not bad, but you just have to keep it in right order. So grains, dairy, and sugar. And just understand that I have other videos and blogs that will link to this as well. So see below for further details. But just know you are what you eat. But if you can minimize those inflammatory foods to less than a cup a day, you are not just helping neuropathy, but you're helping inflammation in your body. And every chronic disease out there, high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, acne, constipation, gut health issues, every chronic disease that most people are taking medications for here in the US are because of inflammation. So you can pick one thing and start to reduce it, or start to improve it. And if I had my ideal world would for people to start eating more vegetables. And I don't care if they're frozen, I don't care if they're raw, I don't care if you steam them, you grill them, you roast them, you bake them, but we just don't want canned vegetables on a routine basis from like in a like mixed vegetables or green beans or corn in a can, because of not just it's more so in the processing of it, but there's also not a lot of nutrients left. So if you're canning them yourself, not a problem, because you know what's going in them and it's a glass jar. But if you're getting them from the store, there's just not as much nutrients, and frozen is just as economical and a bigger bang for your buck when it comes to nutrients. So if you want to learn more, check out the links below. But if you also have any questions, do not hesitate to make a comment on this. Also, if you're ready to schedule a Neuropathy Relief evaluation, we'd love to have you here in the office, but we can also do it on Zoom. So just give our office a call, 517-883-2291. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks.